I thought I'd record a slightly longer video this time, since it's taking longer than I was already expecting. I'm working on a nodule I found in Isle of Sheppey, about a year and a half ago. I kind of did a little bit work on it with some sandpaper and a orbital sander, but it didn't really get me anywhere. And it stayed really pitted, really uneven. You can see some calcite, you can see some back burrows over there, so obviously once finished it will be quite nice. And I'll take you through that. So I'm using this cheap polisher I've purchased on eBay. It is a dry polisher, it doesn't really do water. And I'm using clearly two small diamond pads. But the results so far aren't that bad. And to be honest with you, I started with silicon carbide sandpaper, but I've reverted to 60 grit diamond pad at the moment. It's so much quicker. This material, although it's not very hard, it's rather dense, and I think that's not really helping the paper. So I'm trying to shape this nodule at the moment, get rid of all these pits, and then obviously once that's finished I'll try to give it a good shine. Be with me and I'll show you how I'm getting on. So for the moment I'll probably reconnect with you when I finished with grid 60, when it's reasonably flat. I've been already working on it good half an hour, 40 minutes, so it's been very uneven. It's probably another half an hour left in it minimum on this stage. Another day, still the same rock. So I've managed to sand down this nodule now, so it offers pretty nice and even surface. As you can see, it starts to rain. So now I'm running through the grids. At the moment I've managed to get up to 300, removing the scratches from the previous grid. Obviously the lower grid you use, the harder in a way it becomes, it catches. I'm using little sprayer bottle just to help myself to provide a bit of moisture, and just basically helps me to see where I've actually worked, where I haven't. And once the water dries out as I'm polishing, I think the result will be okay. It keeps changing with every layer. I probably took down good half an inch of this rock altogether to get it to the flat state it is at the moment. Yeah, so the work is progressing. Probably took me so far around 3 hours work altogether to get to the stage I'm at, but I don't think it will be much longer. The polishing stages take progressively shorter, and I think I will be trying to finish it with 3000 silicon carbide paper. It provides a little bit better polish, but then we'll see what shine it takes. I think some sections of the rock will take beautiful shine, some of them will stay fairly dull, so let's see how it goes. I'll catch up with you when I'm towards 1000 grit, when we can see a little bit more of effect. At the moment the rock is still looking very dull. And there we have it. It's finished now. Altogether probably 4 or 5 hours work. It's not the prettiest and most typical Septarian nodule you find. They are quite young. Those are about 50-60 million years old. They do come out from London clay in Isle of Sheppey. Well, many people just basically smash them because they do tend to hide some fossils inside. This one looks as if it had wood. All those bits and pieces and those borings, they look like Dorito beetle, and if it was fossilized wood over there. There is a little bit of calcite, as you can see. The rock is mineralized in different sorts of intensity at different places, and it takes slightly better or worse polish, but at the end I find it really interesting, and I'm really happy to have done it. And it just makes another lovely specimen for my shelf.